Welcome back. They're considered to be one of the largest predators that have ever lived. Megalodons were the size of really 2 school buses. So what happened to them? Are they extinct? Are they extinct?
That's the big question.
Hey, Dave.
How you doing?
I want to know.
Let's talk about it. First of all, let's talk about the real name for this species. The Otodus megalodon. That is how it is known. Fully grown, listen to this, Russell, 110,000 pounds. That's how heavy. 50 to 60 feet long. You mentioned a couple of buses long. That is just, look at the size of this shark. Now, they came onto the scene after the dinosaurs became extinct in general. So after the big asteroid, okay?
Okay.
And they stuck around until 3.5 million years ago. Their mouth is 10 feet wide, and their teeth, each individual tooth is 7 inches long, okay? Here's what they ate. Whales, large fish, other sharks. That was their diet. But folks, I am here to tell you positively, unequivocally, they are gone. And here's how we know they are gone. All sharks produce and ultimately lose tens of thousands of teeth, right? They all do. You can go down to the beach right now, especially love going down to Palm Island there, and you're getting yourself some shark's teeth. So when you find one of these megalodon teeth, it's from 3.5 million years ago. Nobody has found a megalodon tooth that's less than 3.5 million years ago. Well, that'll give you an idea of last time they were around was 3.5 million years ago. Also, these massive sharks spent their time very close to the coast. So that's where their prey was, right? The other sharks and the whales. So that's where they start. So don't you think by now somebody would have noticed a 110,000-pound shark somewhere if it was hanging around by the coast? Why did they disappear, Russell? I'm going to bring you into this. This is an interactive segment today.
Okay.
So what happened to the megalodons? What do you think took those unbelievable creatures out? Do you have an idea?
No, I don't. I would think that they would have survived and nothing else would have.
Exactly. But watch what happened. First of all, the climate changed 3.5 million years ago, which obviously makes sense. If you don't adapt, you die. The global water temperature dropped, which was very stressful for them. They made it okay. Then their prey started to disappear because their prey couldn't stand the climate change. So now they lost food. But what really did them in, this is what the article was all about, extreme competition from great white sharks. Great white sharks are 1/3 of their size, but because they could reproduce faster, okay, they were able to take their numbers up to a much higher level than the megalodons. It took them much longer to mature into their sexuality and to reproduce. So it took the megalodons 10 times longer. The great white sharks were reproducing all over the place. There were too many of them, and they both ate the same thing. So what little prey that was left after the climate change, the great white sharks were able to get to first, and ultimately, that's what helped to do in the megalodons.
They starved to death.
They could not reproduce fast enough.
And they starved to
because
death.
they were so big. I'm sorry?
And they starved to death.
And they basically kind of starved to death. That's exactly what happened to them. So if you find a megalodon tooth that is younger than 3.5 million years old, you got something. But it hasn't been done yet.
All right.
And they were done in by today's sharks, which are the great whites.
Interesting.
Thanks. Okay.
That was great.
Yeah, it was good.
Thanks.